This championship right here just tells you a lot how much I love WWE. To me, this is a symbol. To me, this is a symbol of love, respect, and loyalty. You know, I've been watching, like I mentioned, I've been watching WWE since 2004. And in my opinion, I don't care what other people think. I don't care what anyone thinks. In my honest opinion, I really liked WrestleMania. WrestleMania was great. It was action-packed. And I felt like it really didn't disappoint. I feel like WrestleMania didn't disappoint. I think there were a lot of good matches. A lot of matches that did live up to the hype. And I think there were only a few duds. There were only a few dud matches. But outside of that, I honestly had a good time watching WrestleMania 35. Women create history by being in the main event. And we see so much more. And I will be going over everything. We'll start off with the pre-show. We had Tony Nese take on Buddy Murphy for the Cruiserweight Championship. This was an alright match. 10 minutes and 40 seconds. It definitely wasn't the best Cruiserweight match I have seen. But we have a new Cruiserweight champion. And his name is Tony Nese. He ends up winning with the running Nese to Buddy Murphy. In my honest opinion, I really didn't like this result. Because I think Buddy Murphy has done a great job as Cruiserweight champion. I felt like, what was the point in taking it off him? But we'll see what happens with Tony Nese as the Cruiserweight champion. We had the Women's Battle Royal. This was just, you know, just like your average Battle Royal. Pretty dumb. We had Ember Moon make her return. Ember Moon made her return at WrestleMania. And in my opinion, this return was wasted. We had a waste of a return in Ember Moon. You have her come back after being injured for 2 months. And you have her get eliminated by Lana. To me, that is a real shame. And you really shouldn't have brought Ember Moon back at that point if that's what you were going to do to the War Goddess, who definitely deserves more. It would have made sense if Ember Moon won this entire thing in her return. That's the only way you would have made this return make more sense. But no, they didn't go with Ember Moon. Go figure. With the poor decisions that they made so far on the pre-show, I was starting to get very worried. Not saying Tony Nese winning Buddy Murphy was a bad decision. In my opinion, it is. But with the poor decisions they were going with early parts of WrestleMania, I really wasn't having much hope. So Sarah Logan, she ends up winning this entire thing, or so we think. She eliminates Asuka at the very end. Yes, Asuka. But then Carmella comes in and eliminates Sarah Logan by doing the exact same thing that Naomi did last year. I don't know if people realize this, but the way they ended this Women's Battle Royal was the same way they ended the first ever Women's Battle Royal. Remember last year, WrestleMania 34? We had Sasha Banks and Bayley as the final two, and Bayley eliminated Sasha Banks. Bayley thought she won. Naomi came out of nowhere, gave her a rear view, and threw her straight out of the ring. And that's exactly what happened here with Carmella. So we pretty much had a role reversal. We had the same thing happen, and to me that is garbage. To me that is garbage. I'm okay with Carmella being the winner of this Battle Royal, but to me, you should have done it better. There was no reason to do the exact same thing that you did last year. That was one one complaint that I had. The Revival defended their Raw Tag Team Championships against Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. And what did I say? If the Revival end up losing this match, it's their own damn fault. And that is exactly what happens. Not only that Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder win the Raw Tag Team Championships, Kurt Hawkins is the one that scores the pinfall, like I also predicted. Hawkins and Ryder become the new Raw Tag Team Champions, and boy oh boy, that was a very well earned victory in 13 minutes and 20 seconds. It wasn't a great tag team match. It could have been better, but now the Revival will go back to their crying version until they become Raw Tag Team Champions again, and then they'll take more photos with fans of All Elite Wrestling. Because that's how the Revival are going to work. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, this is the one match I was fearing. But thank goodness WWE did the right thing. Braun Strowman wins the Battle Royal. If they had the list of eliminations, I'd probably go through them all. But I don't think that really matters now, does it? No, it doesn't. That doesn't really matter now. That really doesn't matter now, does it? No, it doesn't matter. Okay, well, forget it then. I'm not going to bother. But it's as I predicted. It came down to Braun Strowman and those two idiots from Saturday Night Live, and Braun Strowman just beat the hell out of these guys, and he ended up winning. And Braun Strowman ended up winning. Thank goodness WWE actually did the right thing. I was very, very scared. Alexa Bliss starts off WrestleMania, and Alexa Bliss was a great host. Alexa Bliss was a great host of WrestleMania. We didn't see a lot of her. We only saw her like about 3 times. Some people may think 3 times is too many, but honestly, 3 times is enough. We had Alexa Bliss start off. She introduced Hulk Hogan at the click of a finger. And then all of a sudden, after this segment was done with Alexa Bliss and Hulk Hogan, Paul Heyman suddenly runs down, or walks down, would rather, runs down. Yeah, like Paul Heyman is going to run. Paul Heyman walks down, looking frustrated that Brock Lesnar is not in the main event. And it was announced, and apparently he was told that Brock Lesnar will open WrestleMania. And Paul Heyman was so furious that he demanded Brock Lesnar to be the main event of WrestleMania. But considering that he couldn't get him in the main event, Brock Lesnar had to start. So we had Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins as the opening match of WrestleMania. And our nightmares have finally come to an end. Seth Rollins delivering not one, not two, but 3 curve stomps and pinning the Beast Incarnate for the 1, 2, 3, and we have a new Universal Champion. Halla freaking Luya, man. Halla freaking Luya. I cannot be any more happier. What a way to start off WrestleMania main card. What a way to start off the main card of WrestleMania. And I'm already feeling positive. Good start, WWE. Good start. Good start. I'm glad it was a 2-minute... I'm glad the match only lasted 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Good start, WWE. Good start. Next match we had was AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. This one surprised me. I didn't expect this one to be on so early. This was another good match. This was another great match. I enjoyed this match. Sucks that my boy Randy Orton didn't win, but it is what it is. I'm not too upset about it. AJ Styles got the win. But I feel like this match kind of hurts Randy Orton because I think AJ Styles will be heading off to Monday Night Raw. I feel like AJ Styles could be the first challenger for the new Universal Champion. And that's one of my predictions. I think AJ Styles will be one of the first opponents for the Architect and the Universal Championship. So overall, I enjoyed Styles versus Orton. We had the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. We had the Usos, Aleister Black, Ricochet, Rusev, Shinsuke Nakamura, and The Bar in a fatal 4-way SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. For 10 minutes and 10 seconds, this was a good match. This was a good tag team match. Fast pace, enjoyed it. There was a point where Ricochet almost had the tag team titles won, but in the end, the Usos got the victory by pinning The Bar, Sheamus member. The Bar member, Sheamus. So, Aleister Black and Ricochet are obviously going to get drafted as solo competitors to different brands. I think Ricochet would be best suited for SmackDown Live, while Aleister Black, I think, will head over to Monday Night Raw. Also, I think it's time to break up The Bar as well, but that's just me. We had The Miz versus Shane McMahon in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Another great match. This is the 4th match on the card. This is like the 4th match on the card, and we've got another great match. And the winner of this match was Shane McMahon. Oh, but Patrick, you predicted The Miz. You said McMahon's always lose. Well, crap on me. I got this one wrong. But, you know, predictions doesn't really matter to me. It's just having fun. Shane McMahon got the win here. I am wondering why they gave Shane McMahon the win here. Are they continuing this storyline? I don't really understand it. I really don't understand it. I feel like... to me, I just don't understand why they gave Shane the win. I felt like The Miz should have won this, and that should have been the end of this feud. But it seems like they'll be progressing this feud on even more. Hopefully, from what I can understand, this match was great, and I very much enjoyed it. We had the Boss and Hug Connection defend the Women's Tag Team Championships against Nia Jax and Tamina, Beth Phoenix and Natalya, and the Iconics. This tag team match was okay. It was good. I liked it for what it was. Billie Kay is the smartest woman in this match, how she won. And by the way, Billie Kay is my Iconic. She is my Iconic. She is my favorite Iconic member. because I love that black hair, and also she's just far more attractive in my opinion. But besides the point here is that Beth Phoenix went for a glam slam off the top rope. Billie Kay tags herself in without the referee, without Beth Phoenix knowing. She tags herself in. Beth delivers the glam slam off the top rope. Peyton Royce takes out Beth Phoenix, and Billie Kay takes advantage of the situation and pins Bayley, and the Iconics become the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Now, that was iconic! Absolutely happy, man. I was screaming my lungs off. I am so happy. The Iconics deserve this win. I do not care what anyone says. Trash the Iconics all you want. It ain't gonna change my mind. These two deserve the Women's Tag Team Championships. Don't at me. They deserve it more than the Boss and Hug Connection. More than Beth Phoenix and Natalya. And even more worthy than Nia Jax and Tamina. They're going to have... You know, I will admit, I don't think the Iconics are going to have a great title reign. But I am happy to know... I am happy to say at least they will be Women's Tag Team Champions. And with Buddy Murphy's loss, this one made me much more happier. And I feel like Buddy Murphy's loss didn't hurt my heart anymore. Because now my girls, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, now have championship gold right around their waists. I loved this result. If anyone but the Iconics didn't win, then I felt like this match would have been a dud. But congratulations to the Iconics, Billie Kay, Peyton Royce. You deserve it. You deserve it. Speaking of you deserve it, Kofi Kingston battled Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. Another great match. I don't understand this. And people said WrestleMania was going to be an 8-hour snooze fest. So far, every match, in my opinion, has delivered. So far, every match has given us good quality of competition. Kofi and Daniel Bryan told a great story. And Kofi Kingston, after 24 minutes and 45 seconds of incredible action, Kofi Kingston nails the Trouble in Paradise and becomes the new WWE Champion. 11 years of hard work, Kofi Kingston is now WWE Champion. Congratulations, Kofi. You damn well deserve it. You damn well deserve it. And I'm very happy to see the original WWE Championship back. You know, I understand why they had that custom-made title for Daniel Bryan. I understand that. I understand why they created it for him, because it's part of his character, it's a part of his gimmick. But honestly, I wasn't really a big fan of that belt design. If you guys liked it, that's perfectly fine. I wasn't a fan of it, but I'm glad that the original WWE Championship is back, and Kofi Kingston is now going to be having it around his waist. Hopefully, WWE give Kofi Kingston a nice lengthy run. Some people think Kofi Kingston's only going to be a transitional champion, which honestly I hope not. I hope they give him at least a bit of a title reign with the championship. Maybe like a month or two. Give him the reign as champion for maybe like a couple of months. And also I also see Big E. I also see Big E, a heel turn for Big E coming. I feel like the heel turn for Big E is imminent now. The fact that Kofi Kingston is now WWE Champion. So we'll have to wait and see what goes down from there. We had Elias had a performance. I'm not sure when this happened. I can't remember when this happened. I believe it was after this match or after Samoa Joe's match. Correct me, but I'm going to talk about this now before I forget about it. Elias had a performance And everyone was wondering who was going to interrupt Elias. Everyone was predicting, well, a lot of people were predicting was going to be The Rock. And out came John Cena with his Word Life Basic Thugonomics gimmick. I was actually very, very happy to see this version of John Cena come back. I loved John Cena with the Basic Thugonomics gimmick. I thought it was a great gimmick. I loved it. And it was really cool to see him come back as that gimmick. And also, when John Cena came out for this segment, I was also like, well, I'm also correct about Baron Corbin. Because everyone was saying that, you know, John Cena should put himself in this. John Cena needs to be involved in the Kurt Angle match. He has to be a part of it. Well, I'm sorry to break. Well, I was once again correct. John Cena interrupted Elias. I said John Cena was going to be at WrestleMania, but it had nothing to do with the Kurt Angle match. And here he is. And here he is doing the Basic Thugonomics gimmick on Elias. I loved it. I thought this was very entertaining. I loved the line when he said, "People call me the golden shovel. I'm going to bury your push." And I feel like that's exactly what he did to Elias, which is unfortunate, but Elias is just, he's just Elias now. I don't really find him really that entertaining anymore, so it is what it is with Elias. It was good to see John Cena come back with that gimmick though. Samoa Joe took on Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship. This match was a squash. Samoa Joe defeated Rey Mysterio in 1 minute. Exactly 1 minute. Now I can probably understand why they did this. Because Rey Mysterio is dealing with an ankle injury. I'm assuming that's the reason why they did this. We can't say they're doing this just to make Samoa Joe a dominant force. If they were doing this to make Samoa Joe a dominant force, they wouldn't have had him get pinned like 3 weeks in a row before WrestleMania. So I feel like they did this just to protect Rey Mysterio, the fact that he has a knee injury. So I think that's the reason why that was done. We go from a 1 minute squash match to a 10-minute bore fest. And that was Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. I had high hopes for this match. And also, I put a lot of trust in WWE. And yes, I know that's my own fault. Some people may think, oh, well, that's what you get for putting your trust in WWE. But this match was a disgrace. I mean, what the hell was this? Drew McIntyre goes down. Drew McIntyre goes down like that? Really? Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns, they had good entrances. But Drew McIntyre goes down like that? Yeah, Drew McIntyre. This is the thing that I said in my predictions. Why would you bury Drew McIntyre after everything you've done with him for the past year? What the hell, WWE? What's your problem? Why would you do this to Drew McIntyre? To someone who you've built so hard. Did Vince McMahon's hard on for Roman Reigns come back and he doesn't care about Drew McIntyre anymore? This is a disgrace. I had high hopes for this match. And you completely do this to Drew? Of all people. And you built this guy up so hard. Unbelievable. I can't believe this. I'm shocked. I am shocked at the fact that Vince McMahon had Roman Reigns win the way he did. Drew McIntyre didn't even get a Claymore off. That's another thing how bad this was. The fact that you had Drew McIntyre try to deliver dirty deeds, or future shock, because that was his original move, And the fact that you only have him taunt, you have him dominate this entire match, and all Roman Reigns does is the Superman punch and delivers one spear, and that's it. After 10 minutes of a boring match. I'm sorry, but this was a bad decision. This was the first bad thing that WWE did wrong. I didn't have a problem with Samoa Joe squashing Ray because I understood why that was done. So yeah. That's all I gotta say about that. Disgrace. Disgraceful WWE. I had hopes. I had hopes you wouldn't bury Drew McIntyre. I had hopes. And you let me down. Triple H battles Batista in a no-holds-barred match. This match was brutal. This match was brutal. I enjoyed this match. It was decent. There was a point in this match where Triple H grabbed some bolt cutters and started using them to attack Batista's fingers, and even used one to pull out his nose ring. That was brutal. That was a brutal moment in the match. And in the end, the predictable outcome. Yes, this match was quite predictable, despite the fact that I thought this was a good match. Unfortunately, the stipulation of Batista losing was quite predictable. Or, I mean, Triple H losing and he has to retire made the match quite predictable. So, Triple H gets the victory with the help of Ric Flair. Ric Flair came out and gave Triple H another sledgehammer to aid Batista, because Batista took Triple H's. But I'm not complaining. This match was good. But unfortunately, the added stipulation kind of ruined the result. We had the worst match of the night. We had the worst match of the night, and that was Baron Corbin taking on Kurt Angle. I can see why people didn't want Baron Corbin in this match, but also Baron Corbin got the victory with an end of days to Kurt Angle, and that was Kurt Angle's final match. Kurt Angle celebrated as he left. Bobby Lashley defending his Intercontinental Championship against the Demon, Finn Balor. This match really wasn't anything special either. I don't know why this match was second to last on the card. I thought it was really weird to have this match second to last. You could have easily had this up there in the opening column. But either way, Finn Balor came as the Demon, and Finn Balor got the victory, delivering an awesome powerbomb to Bobby Lashley, and then delivering the coup de grace for the 1-2-3. Finn Balor is once again the Intercontinental Champion. Now, if I was WWE, I would have Finn Balor defend the Intercontinental Championship as the Demon. He must defend it as the Demon, because if you're going to have the Demon win the championship, then you need that. It's okay to have normal Finn wear the Intercontinental Championship, but when a pay-per-view is on, but when a pay-per-view happens, you have to have Finn as the Demon. Because it would make no sense for you to say the Demon wins the Intercontinental Championship and then Finn Balor just shows up as regular Finn Balor at other pay-per-views. If you're going to have Finn Balor win the championship as the Demon, he needs to defend it as the Demon. That's just my opinion on that. Because I don't think Finn Balor defended the NXT I don't think he defended the NXT as regular Finn Balor. I only remember him defending it as the Demon. If you have the Demon win the title, you gotta have the Demon. You gotta have the Demon defend it. God, tongue twister. And then we come to the main event. Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair in a winner-takes-all triple threat. I was very excited for this. And Becky Lynch got the victory. And in my opinion, I love the women. But I have to say, the Iconics' match actually had a better outcome. I'm not saying Becky Lynch winning is bad. I felt like the four-way women's match was more exciting. And the triple threat, it was exciting too. But I feel like the ending was very lackluster. It didn't feel like a main event to me. To me, Becky's victory was a WrestleMania moment. It definitely was. I'm not taking anything away from Becky Lynch. I feel like her match was definitely a WrestleMania moment, but I feel like it just really wasn't a main event. In my opinion, they could have had Kofi Kingston close out WrestleMania, and people would have been even more happy. But despite the fact that this was a lackluster main event, in my opinion, the fans will be going home happy knowing that the three big matches that people were caring about, Seth Rollins, Kofi Kingston, and Becky Lynch, the three most over babyfaces, ended up walking away with championship gold. So I am definitely looking forward to seeing what happens on the Raw after Mania, who will be making their debuts, when the draft's going to happen. I am looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the episodes after Mania and the draft. I'm really looking forward to see what they are going to do heading down the road. So, overall, guys, this was a good WrestleMania. I really enjoyed it. I thought this was a great WrestleMania. I really enjoyed it. There were actually more positives than negatives. But I think this has been one of the best WrestleManias we've had in quite a while. So if you guys did enjoy this review, hit that thumbs up. Comment down below your opinions on WrestleMania 35. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. And I'll see you all tomorrow for my Monday Night Raw review. See you guys then.